I'm Ray Dib and I have been in the mortgage business since 2004 but didn't start Switch Finance until early 2015. Well, my motivation for starting Switch Finance, I love the industry, but when I started I initially entered into a franchise and that chained me in there for nearly 10 years. I couldn't get out. Once I knew that a franchise model really wasn't for me, it was too late, so I had to see that time out. So I was caught up within that franchise. Once I was able to get out, that's when I decided to start Switch Finance. I wanted to start my own brand, my own business, using the experience I'd learnt along the way. So the concept of our business being a plug and play or hub and spoke model, that came about when I first decided to venture out of home. You know, it was very difficult working from home once you started getting busy. I was doing all my own processing. I had 2 young children and they couldn't even talk to me because I'd be locked away in the office, and I'd be sometimes working till 11:30, midnight from morning, because not only are you seeing clients writing business, then you've got to do all that processing and follow-ups, and it was getting exhausting. So I needed to hire a staff member, and I didn't want the staff member to come to my home, so I thought I need to hire an office. So I've now hired a little office in Southport, I've hired a full-time staff member, and I start realising, hey, I've got more overheads than my volume now warrants. I need to bring another broker on board. So eventually we had our first broker join, and that was Eghard. And as you start to grow, you start to realise I need to keep growing to make the numbers make sense. And because I had to grow, I realised there must be a lot of brokers out there that are doing the same thing as me, and we're duplicating costs, and it made absolutely no sense. So then I just thought, why can't we just have a hub and spoke where we have shared costs, have higher staff that can support us, one brand, rather than duplicating the same costs over and over again and having a lot of wastage. And that's how I've ended up where I am now. Currently we have 7 brokers, including myself, and we have a total of 5 support staff. It's a joy to see how the brokers who have joined our business have evolved over time, especially the ones that have come out of totally unrelated fields, that have worked hard during their 2 years of mentoring and really thrown themselves into the industry, and you can just tell that they love what they do. It's very rewarding, especially when they start to build their volume and start to get some settlements away and start earning money out of it, and it starts to become real to them, and it's really great to see that enthusiasm on their face. You know, we've got Marco, who's up in Mackay, and he was a registered nurse before joining us. That's obviously a very different industry, but he had a number of investment properties, so he was very fluent in property and lending because of his own personal experience. And he did a financial planning course, so the diploma, and realised that financial planning wasn't something he loved, but that certainly helped him in his quest in mortgage broking, having that diploma in financial planning as well. Joshua, he came from being a chef, and he's our youngest broker, and he joined straight from being a chef and really threw himself into the industry, and he just took to it like a duck to water. It was amazing, and he is just flourishing. After 2 years, it took me probably 4 or 5 years to get to his level of volume and performance when I started. So that was great to see. Eghard, of course, he has a lot of experience in the finance industry, and leaving Aussie and coming on board with us, he found out that mortgage broking could be a lot more enjoyable without having such stringent confined rules when dealing with a bigger firm like Aussie. And we also have a broker that's joined us that was already a broker with our current aggregator, as a credit representative, but was working from home and was really struggling with the time balance, and he's really happy he's come on board now. He'll be able to write more volume and work less, and he's actually done the numbers and told me he's financially better off on our 70-30 split than he was being a credit rep of the aggregator. So yeah, it is enjoyable watching them grow in our business, and just recently my daughter has been onboarded and is now a qualified broker as well, so that's great to see. And don't let me forget about Paul. Paul actually was a friend of mine for many years. He's also a client of ours, him and his family, and a lot of his relatives he referred to us. He has a lot of experience in the construction industry. And one day he got out of his job he was in, and I said, Paul, you should be a mortgage broker. You are so knowledgeable in this area. You will be brilliant. And he said, yeah, I might do that. I think his wife actually said, yeah, Paul, get out of the house and do something. And he has taken to it like a duck to water. He's actually overseas at the moment, still writing business while he's overseas, I think in the Greek islands. He loves this industry and the fact that you can pretty well work from anywhere if you have a good phone connection and a good internet connection. And obviously having that support back home as well. Well, supporting the brokers, where do you start? So we support the brokers, number one, we have a brand, and I believe we have a very good brand, a very strong brand with a great reputation, as you can see by our reviews. But we also have a tremendous support team, and we spend a great deal of time educating them and making them as the best they can be. And basically they're, I suppose, the gatekeepers for the broker to make sure that the data integrity is great, because brokers can do things on the fly, but our support team, they'll make sure that the integrity of the data is spot on. When they're serving identification or supporting documents, they will then go through the broker's opportunity and make sure everything is spot on. There's someone here to take phone calls on behalf of the broker, someone here to respond and follow up their clients, follow up the lenders, post-settlement follow-ups and making sure the clients are happy with everything. We also have the My Marketing package from our aggregator that's afforded to all of our brokers, which provides newsletters, birthday texts to the clients on behalf of the broker, RBA emails. There's so many things, I can't think of them all right now, but there's a multitude of support there. I suppose one of the biggest ones, we have a weekly meeting with the brokers where we talk about wins, losses, or scenarios you need help with. And well, I keep learning from these meetings, you know, because you've got young Josh, he's online with finance and coffee all the time, and he's following what's going on there, and you're hearing of niche policies that I haven't even heard of yet because I haven't been able to read all the emails that come through. So we all, no matter how experienced or inexperienced we are, we all seem to take away something from those meetings. And once again, it's just great having a group of peers that you can bounce off. Luckily, you know, I befriended a couple of business development managers of various lenders who would help me out. Even though I was part of a franchise group, there was not a great deal of support there. And they were taking a decent clip of my income of 20%, but not providing much support for that. You still have to do all your own back office, all your own processing. And that's when I realised, why am I in this franchise, you know? So yeah. When I say I wish I could, if I was starting again, I'd join a group like this, yeah, absolutely. I love doing the analytical work of lending. I love helping the customer. I love the interaction with people. Do I enjoy the back office end of things? No, I don't enjoy it. I don't not enjoy it, but I'd rather be doing just the broking and have somebody else worry about all of the the mechanics of the business and running that. That's, you know, that can be quite stressful and quite time consuming. And but I'm here by default as you build the business, you find out, hang on a minute, I can't get out of this now. Oh, may as well keep making it bigger so I can eventually float to the top. If you're a broker out there, you're on your own, I get it. I was there for many years, and it is a lonely place. I encourage you to explore all options that are out there for you. Have a chat to us. We might not be the fit for you, you might not be the fit for us, but just explore the options. Don't just work at home on your own. It can be lonely, it can be very time consuming doing all that back end yourself. And at the end of the day, life's short. We need to find the joy in life. You need to be able to go on a holiday with your family and not worry about your phone keep ringing because you've got some dramas with settlements and whatnot. Yeah, reach out, have a chat. As I said, nothing ventured, nothing gained.